What matters in life is not what happens to you, but what you remember and how you remember it. No medicine cures what happiness cannot. It's enough for me to be sure that you and I exist at this moment. Sex is the consolation you have when you can't have love. It is not true that people stop pursuing dreams because they grow old. They grow old because they stop pursuing dreams. There is always something left to love. Nobody deserves your tears, but whoever deserves them will not make you cry. Tell him yes, even if you are dying of fear, even if you are sorry later, because whatever you do, you will be sorry all the rest of your life if you say no. Nothing in this world was more difficult than love. But when a woman decides to sleep with a man, there is no wall. She will not scale no fortress. She will not destroy no moral consideration. She will not ignore at its very root. There is no God worth worrying about. All human beings have three lives: public, private, and secret. The only regret I will have in dying is if it is not for love. Human beings are not born once and for all on the day their mothers give birth to them, but life obliges them over and over again to give birth to themselves. Wisdom comes to us when it can no longer do any good. Time was not passing. It was turning in a circle. It was inevitable. The scent of bitter almonds always reminded him of the fate of unrequited love. The problem with marriage is that it ends every night after making love, and it must be rebuilt every morning before breakfast. A lie is more comfortable than doubt, more useful than love, more lasting than truth. No matter what, nobody can take away the dances you've already had. Be calm. God awaits you at the door. Crazy people are not crazy if one accepts their reasoning. Only God knows how much I love you. Never stop smiling, not even when you're sad. Someone might fall in love with your smile. Always tell what you feel. Do what you think. Always remember that the most important thing in a good marriage is not happiness but stability. There is no greater glory than to die for love. Freedom is often the first casualty of war. Very well, I will marry you if you promise not to make me eat eggplant. 1 minute of reconciliation is worth more than a whole life of friendship. The secret of a good old age is simply an honorable pact with solitude. One can be in love with several people at the same time, feel the sorrow with each, and not betray any of them. Take advantage of it now while you are young and suffer all you can. because these things don't last your whole life. The world was reduced to the surface of her skin, and her inner self was safe from all bitterness. I became aware that the invincible power that has moved the world is unrequited, not happy love. Life is not what one lived, but what one remembers and how one remembers it in order to recount it. Think of love as a state of grace, not the means to anything, but the alpha and omega and end in itself.